funky ass beat.
Hey, I'm DJ Jazzy C.
My name's Party Ben.
My name's Jazzy Jim.
My stage name and real name is Victor Minigo.
I've been DJing here in the Bay Area for about approximately 22 years.
Since 1984. How long is that?
You might know me from a couple different places. I worked at a local alternative station here in San Francisco called Live 105.
I do club, mobile, do all kinds of different events.
I'm in charge of everything from the on-air jocks to the mixers to the promotions. You name it, that's what I do.
Got a job here at Wild 94.9 Radio in San Francisco. Yeah, and they allow me to grace the airwaves Friday and Saturday nights.
Oh, when I first started in the Bay Area, it was tough. I wouldn't consider there was a culture because there was just a few of us. And so it was just really it was from the dirt, actually. When it started exploding, you know, with the rise of the DJ groups, the Filipino DJ groups, there was a couple of Latin DJ groups as well, and you know, we all started doing showcases and battles and just really trying to take it from just playing records out into really creating our own sound and our own music, using the turntables like an instrument, using pieces of records that other people weren't using to create something new.
There was a community there that you couldn't just get on Instant Messenger and say, hey man, here's this cool track. You really had to say, hey man, I got this cool track. You don't. You suck, because I have it and you don't. You know, and you really want to find that track, you got to find it, you know.
I was never very good at finding vinyl. I was really unlucky. I was like, where's everybody getting these great songs on vinyl? I could never find anything.
Back then, you know, it was just, you know, you had the microphone, you had the DJ, and we were doing our thing on the turntable, spinning the records. You know, it was really simple.
Set of 1200s, yo. This is where the magic happens.
The classic turntable, and the other turntable that doesn't work, that one goes down there.
These aren't just something you're playing music off of. I'll tell you one thing, man, I go walking in the clubs, and they see me rolling in crates of records, and they're like, damn. And we actually get a lot of respect, and I get a lot of respect from that. People are like, oh man, you're not doing the whole, I'm like, no. I mean, it kind of, in a way, in a lot of ways, it's kind of taken away from you know, what DJing is all about, man.
Everything has changed in the culture of DJing in the last 10 years. I mean, you flipped 180, and on top of that, just the technology also has changed.
We started making our own versions of songs with 4 tracks, and then trying to you know, get those records pressed on 12-inch vinyl. And it was really frustrating because you'd make this version that was really, that you thought was hot. Really, it was garbage, but you know, you thought it was hot. And you send it off, and then it takes 2.5 months to get this piece of vinyl back that sounds like crap, but you're so excited, you're like playing it everywhere and for your friends. Then CD burning came out, and then that was cool. Then the next thing that came out was the Serato.
Serato
has changed the game for everybody.
DJ software like Serato is something that you use to take your music files, whether they're MP3s or WAV files or whatever you got, and then you can load them into a piece of software that allows you to, you know, scratch with them or mix them or change the speeds in the same way that you would with a turntable or a CD player.
I mean, there are some people who are like, you know, very old school and very much, oh, I gotta have my vinyl, I gotta...
You want it, I like it dirty, man. I like it, you know, like it kind of crunchy. That's all the vinyl is. Like that raw vinyl sound, man.
In the old days, vinyl, you're jacked. Vinyl has feedback issues, you know, really bad, and you know, that's terrible.
But there's nothing specifically about Serato that, you know, makes it uncool, I don't think. And for people who love vinyl, more power to you. I mean, do your thing. Love you to death, and I love vinyl too. I also like the ability to, you know, do things that you can't do physically.
Then it's all about go home, make your mixes, get in there, make your version, make your edits, and you're playing it on the spot if you want.
I mean, you can ask any DJ who's a hardcore DJ, they will tell you they'll give up anything for this. You know, they'd give up having a car or even food, probably. Maybe not drinks, but...
Kids with the technology who never grew up with the limitations of knowing what you can't do on vinyl, they're just going to do stuff and we're going to go, whoa. Never thought of that.
DJ culture has really evolved, and it's really interesting to see where it's going. You know, I think 15 years ago, maybe 20 years ago, it was, you know, a little tougher to break into. The DJ was kind of held up in this high esteem on a pedestal. And now, with the internet and with, you know, new technologies like pieces of software that you can use to make your own tracks, it seems like there's a real democratizing influence, and you know, they say everybody's a DJ, but in a sense that's kind of true.
I think that people are just going to continue to be better at reading a crowd and knowing that just because you can do anything you want, that's not always the best thing to do. You know, right now a problem with the DJs is they're doing too much.
It kind of got, I think it's kind of getting a little bit too far, and I think you see that sort of the mashups, at least the mainstream mashup stuff, is stepping back from being super crazy to being more like crowd pleasing, which it should have been in the first place.
But pretty soon they're going to start getting that perfect balance of using the technological advances at the right time in the right place. Use it like salt and pepper, not like the whole thing. Everyone's right now, they got all jalapeno, salt, pepper, every spice in the book. But, you know, I think they're just going to learn that, hey, this is great. I'm going to really just perfect my style and be able to have at my fingertips unlimited access to the music.
Some people say, you know, it's cheating to DJ with software, or you know, you're not following the rules to use, you know, samples that you haven't cleared or whatever. But it seems like, you know, again, it's all about the final product. You know, it doesn't really matter how you've done it. You know.
You know, and as long as they're cool with what they hear coming out of the speaker, and it doesn't matter. They're not looking at the skill level of the DJ, the musical knowledge of the DJ, and how we present our music. You know, anybody, like I said, anybody can just go up there and press buttons, or you know, have somebody else's mix and mix that mix into this mix. But to actually perform and you know, read a crowd and make people happy and excited, and to really look like they're doing something up here, I think all that's going to go out the window, man. Eventually, that's what sucks.
Love vinyl, love Serato. Embrace everything. You know, you can't, I guess you can resist the technology, but why? What's the point? There's no real point.